What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm with Joey FLEXX and Silent Mike, and this one's about to get juicy, quite literally, actually. Who do you guys think are the fake natties in powerlifting?
Damn, he's coming, dude. I'm gonna let Joey handle this whole show.
Let me Joey got to dance
Let me lighten
around,
the load.
though,
Let me lighten the load. He came too hard.
He's in it.
Bro, you just fucked him with giving him no lube. You didn't even warm him up. I'll warm you up.
Okay, warm him up.
Joey. So you coach mostly now, I guess probably still split, right? USAPL and Powerlifting America, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But mostly in the tested realm, right? So there's two main tested powerlifting federations in America, a couple worldwide, and multiple in bodybuilding, but we can skip it. Let's just go powerlifting. USAPL powerlifting. Out of 100 lifters, how many do you think probably take some banned substances and get away with it?
So my people are all good to go. Like they're all clean.
How do you know? How do you know these?
I mean, so
He's tasting their piss.
Well, at the end of the day, like all I can go off is what people tell me.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm gonna believe them.
Well, and a lot of your guys are at the top, so they're clearly getting tested.
Yeah, they're getting tested like a lot.
Yeah.
Like and it's like even sometimes to a point where it's almost like, oh, you're targeting this person. You know what I mean?
You know, at a USAPL meet, I don't know if it's 2017 or 2018, I was competing, and Russ was just there, and Russ is walking
And
by.
they tested him.
Hey, you, come piss. And then I looked at Russ, I was like, it's like that. He goes, it's like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was just
I'm like,
there.
you don't want to test me?
Which is good. And now when you ask me that question, I'm thinking like, okay, there's like a big state meet.
Yeah.
They test everybody. Or let's say they were just somehow able to test everybody.
Yeah.
In my, like, I do actually remember there was a state meet where, like, there were, like, 2 guys that popped out of, like, 200 something people. But one of them, I think it was, like, it might have been, like, weed for one, and the other one was, like, the guy was actually on shit.
Yeah. Or even, like, Adderall, right, if you don't show a prescription or something.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to follow some water rules.
It's possible that it is about, like, 1%. That's crazy. When I think about it, it's either, like, negligence, like, or, like, they just don't know. Like, they just, like, do shit and they don't know.
So you don't think people are trying to sneak it? You're a nice guy.
Not in the U.S.
I think right now there's not as much of an incentive. Because right now, like, you win a powerlifting meet, like, what happens, right? But if there's, like, $100,000 to win the gold, then there might be, like, how can I...
You're saying all the CrossFitters.
Well, you could...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think... I genuinely think, and I don't know what people are going to think about this, that, like, I really do think, and I'm pretty sure you could ask... I think John Hack answered this recently, and you like, I think the top people in drug-tested powerlifting are drug free. That's what I believe. Now I know that, like, I mean, there's new substances getting restricted all the time, and
new substances coming out.
And to my knowledge, someone who, I coach a lot of very, like, high level lifters, and I maybe I'm dumb to think this, but I think everybody's clean.
What do you think, Bart? I
think at the highest levels of drug tested, I think they're clean too.
I kind of do too. I have a pretty good radar.
And also, the other thing that I guess, like, validates my own opinion is I've been in the game for a long time, and it's very rare to see a phenom come out of nowhere in 1 or 2 years and then just do crazy shit.
I agree.
So it's like, because that's usually, red flag, right? It's usually I see someone over 10 years,
to build on that.
Yeah. But even in powerlifting, it's still kind of hard because you look at the non-tested guys, and those guys have been around forever. Hack, right? He did a good 8-year natty career. Now he's at an 8-year, whatever he may do. Don't want to judge John, but
to build on that, oh my God, what were we talking about? Natties, what were you saying?
I think you're saying that Russ might be taking
If you look at all the top people right now, aside from a couple exceptions, like, so if I just look at my champions, Russ has been with me since 2017. Keiko's been with me since, like, 2016, 2017, something like that. Mikey is with me since around then. Jesus has been with me since 2019. Like, these are, like, many years to get there. And, like, Amanda's been around since 2018. Like, they're not, you're right, they're not just, like, coming out of nowhere, like, yo, who is this guy? Like, he's just like murdering everyone.
Amanda went to one of my seminars in 2016. Like, she'd been powerlifting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, she didn't just hop out of nowhere.
Yeah. So that's you know, that is like a testament to like it takes years to like get there. Now, if there was like a new kid coming out of nowhere who's just like demolishing things, I'm trying to think of like all the weight classes. When I think about it, there are actually guys. There's 2 guys that I'm thinking of in the IPF right now who did actually pop for something, and then they like did their time and they're like still there.
That's a little weird. But
Yeah. But there's like restrictions on like how far they can go. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure that like I think for Sheffield, if you ever pop in your lifetime for steroids, you can't do it.
Yeah, makes sense if you're putting a bunch of money up.
I also don't know like how studied it is for people that like let's say you blasted like crazy and then you came off of everything and then you got it all out of your system. Like, would you keep something?
You do.
That's what I'm saying.
I have a
do.
friend.
How much can you keep?
I have a friend that doesn't even work out anymore. Anytime he wants, squats 495, benches 405, and deadlifts 495.
Doesn't even lift.
Doesn't even lift.
I can't quote the study, but there are studies that show that the musculature you build lasts forever. And so you'll always have a slight advantage.
Like the cell, like there's more cells there.
Not
and,
like the circumference, because that can go
but
away,
there's more. There's like
there's
actually
like
more
potential.
cells.
There's more potential going on. I actually agree with you guys. Where you do look at other sports, and I don't want to bash CrossFit because that's all the internet does, but they don't pass the eye test. You know,
you look at them delts.
Always the delt.
Some of them
Always
look
the
crazy.
delt.
The blood pressure looks crazy, or they'll have like literally striated quads, but then they're running like 30 miles, and then they squat 500. You're like, I don't think bodies are made to do that. And I love like the whole baseball steroid scandal era. So I've seen all those documentaries, and if you guys haven't, I would check out the documentary. What's the Russian one? Icarus, I think, is one of the best documentaries of all time because the story's good, and you don't have to believe everything in it. But
they show you like the bottom half of the iceberg.
It's so good.
Like,
or you look at the Balco. There's a
and
brand new Balco one that just came out, I think, on Netflix, and it's so good. And I've interviewed both sides. I've hung out with some of the drug dealers, and I've hung out with the guy who caught Lance Armstrong and caught Balco. That inspector is now player performance at UFC, and I've interviewed him. Savinsky, I believe.
Yeah. They call him like the Golden Snitch or something.
Yeah. I've interviewed him and hung out with him. So I've seen all angles, and passing drug tests is highly possible. There's drugs that come out all the time. There's sketchiness because there's money involved, but I think that's to both your points.
If it's like millions of dollars,
I think there's no money involved in powerlifting, and the other difference from every other sport is there's a clear route to win when you're on. So if you're planning on taking, you can win more money if doing non-tested meets. So you just go there. Like there's no incentive to go to tested meets on.
Do you
besides ego?
Those guys, the baseball guys, right?
Yeah.
Can you think of a couple baseball guys that were like the best, but they had steroid issues? Do you believe that those guys should be still like in the Hall of Fame and stuff?
You talking like Barry?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge baseball guy, so I can't speak fully on it, but those sports are so different because there's so much skill involved. And I think Barry's the interesting case because he's never actually got caught, right?
I'm not sure.
So I don't think he ever actually tested positive, and he never admitted to it. So that's the big Hall of Fame argument against him. Where McGuire and Sosa got caught or agreed that they pled. So them not being in it makes sense. But if Barry's gray line...
I've met Barry in real life.
Yeah.
I used to go to UCLA, and he would run on the track there. And I was like, hey, I just want to say I'm a big fan. And I shook his hand. My hand literally felt like a baby's.
Yeah, he's a tank.
I think he's like 6'4", 270. And he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And my fucking whole hand just disappeared.
Yeah.
Like,
No, he's a tank. He's a specimen and a half. I don't know the Hall of Fame. Barry, maybe just because I guess guilty or innocent instead of proven guilty, that's just what our world's built on.
Yeah.
Not necessarily I agree with that philosophy, but that's what our whole justice system's built on.
Yeah.
So maybe he belongs in there.
I think there's actually more incentive to be fake natty and not compete. So
For
like
sure.
the fitness influencers,
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a ton of those though.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. If there's like a way
They're
to
either
like...
photoshopping or they're taking shit.
Yeah, they can come off like they're natty and appeal to that, but then just take a little bit.
Do you guys think it's cooler to like be on it, to be like not natty and just say it than it is to be a fake natty?
There's such a fine line for me, and I think you guys agree because we stayed in this natty world, is that steroids can be very bad. Mentally, physically, there's bad repercussions. And people don't talk about that enough because all you visually see is the good.
Yeah.
So I think there's a fine line of being honest and then promoting.
I
So
see.
I think being honest is better. I think being on and being slightly honest is good. I
Yeah.
think always being honest, especially in the internet.
Kind of like sharing your experience.
The internet's made
Yeah.
to be authentic.
Yeah.
We ranted about this off air, but like,
Yeah.
if you're going to make this style of content or be a person, a figure on the internet, why do it fake?
Yeah.
Like, you're just building a fake life. Like, you have so much internal going wrong if that's the case. So I think being honest is good. But there is a very fine line between that and promoting steroids being cool, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, what if you say like, hey guys, like, yeah, I'm on, I blast all these things, whatever, but don't do them.
Yeah, but
then you're like, look
Won't
at
be
this
like me,
pump,
but don't
this is
do
the
it.
best
Yeah.
pump I've ever had in my life.
But then, yeah, it's how you do it and
Yeah.
the frequency, right? If you're doing that in every video where you're sitting on your Lamborghini with 8 girls, right? Now, you may not be saying it, but you're saying it.
Yeah.
But if you talked about it once or twice a year on YouTube to remind them, hey, your results may vary, man. I do take some stuff. I don't think you should, honestly. In hindsight, it does X, Y, Z. But just know you may not get these results.
What about celebrities who
Just as bad.
we
Fuck 'em.
know that they are on
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck Chris
and they don't,
Hemsworth.
and they don't
You think
and they
he's
don't
on?
For sure,
and they don't
dude.
say
Thor?
anything.
Thor,
That Thor is crazy.
crazy jacked. He's like 6'3" also, like
Yeah.
fucking 270.
To be that big and have that much muscle, he must eat like 5,000 calories
Bro,
a day.
he looked
like,
insane.
Yeah, he did.
He looked insane. I think that's scummy too.
because they're not saying it. So, I mean, I don't know. People,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. Even though one has said it, and fuck him, dude. The Pebble. The Pebble Rock Johnson talks about being natty all the time. You fucking scam.
I do think there's way more fake natties in celebrities than there are in drug-tested powerlifting, for sure.
Say it again.
Concur.
There's fake natties.
In celebrities.
in Hollywood.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like maybe even Zac
Yeah.
Efron. He's not like
No,
buff,
he was on shit
but
for
maybe
Bro,
he's
he
like-
was like stupid lean.
Yeah, he was
so-
1%. He was almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the fake natties? Let us know in the comments
he's
below.
stirring today.
Yeah, and then maybe I'll send some love their way. See,
We'll have him on the show next.
yeah.